Alright, with the folks with Bull, amongst those 65 numbers after the name of here, little Sam Wednesday, little murder game. Y'all already know how we be here doing. And a little bit different here, bring some multiplayer back over here, man. I started off the year, man. I alternate between like multiplayer and Blackout and whatnot. And then I've been kind of playing a lot of Blackout, so you've seen a lot of Blackout. And I still occasionally play multiplayer. I don't got too much beef with it, but I play Blackout mainly over here. But there's something in multiplayer that I want to bring up to everybody's attention that I'm really vibing with, man. That really speaks to me, and that's the Barebones playlist, man. So I don't have any beef against the specialists personally. I think they're all right. They're fine. I would prefer them if they weren't in the game, like if they just didn't exist. That would be kind of like my ideal situation. But I'm cool with it. Like it's part of the game. You know, I don't. Let me put it this way. I'm alright with it until like I get like purified to die, or someone hits me with a sparrow, and I'm kind of like, oh. But I was like on a 5-6 country streak over here. I was dominating the game, and then this guy just happens to get this sparrow and like kills me one shot, and I didn't expect that. That's kind of why I'm like, it's like I'm not really vibing with this. Obviously, when you use it, it's a cool thing, but when it gets used on you, it's not. So to me, it's always been pretty fair. If they just didn't exist, we were all good. And then Barebones came out. I didn't actually think they would release a Barebones playlist because it kind of hurts a little bit their product. As in, like, it's kind of like, how should I say this? They're kind of promoting. They kind of want you to like the game, use a specialist. Like, here's what we worked on. Here's what it is. We're not giving you an option to go back to like how Call of Duty was. It's like we've advanced. Like we're in the future now. Like this is what's hot right now. Specialists. And then they released this playlist, and I don't know. I don't have the numbers. They don't show you like who's playing or whatnot. But I know I play with a crew of people, especially some people from the Wayback Machine over here that we used to roll with back in them days, and they like this playlist a lot. It just feels like Call of Duty, which is kind of what we all want to play and what we all want to do, not necessarily the specialist stuff. That's always been kind of just a foreign addition to like Call of Duty that we live with, and we hope it doesn't interfere much with, and it's cool sometimes, but I think we all want this game right here that they gave us, and it's a shame because right now I think it's just TDM and Dom, which is cool. And I don't know if all the maps are available. I definitely didn't hit all the maps. I felt like I hit a select amount, but I think all the maps are officially like available for it. I hope it's not just a time playlist. I hope it just doesn't disappear, which is kind of where I think it's kind of situated right now. It's like one of those featured playlists, and it'll kind of come and go. I would love personally if we get, and I mean it's not gonna happen, so I'm not getting too optimistic about it. But we have your regular, multiplayer. We have your hardcore, because people like that, and I'm not one of them, but people are into that, so keep it there. And then we have a Barebones playlist, and I don't think they do that because I think you'd see a lot of people playing the Barebones playlist. A lot of people playing, like, especially, I mean, I'm showing these guys here map like Summit right here, right? And I mean, this is Summit just with like new guns and like a couple like new like kill shots. It's just a newer version of it. Not necessarily with all like the specialists like new parts of it or that new nonsense over here. So this is just like kind of classic murder game with like a different weapon, different speed, different pace, right? Like I got marathon prone on, I could kind of move at will, stuff like that. Whereas, if I was showing you this footage over here in the regular playlist, you see me purifying somebody like 2 or 3 times. You see me using that RB thing. There's cool things that I could do with the specialist, but I don't know. I like this just kind of raw, like it's me against you, mano y mano. Let's see who the hell's smarter. Let's see who's hell better with the gun, and call it a day over here, man. It makes things simpler too. I don't gotta be like worried about all this nonsense that I can't really do. The thing with the specialist, like, there's not really. Here's the thing with it, because I feel like they do have a good balance in the game with them, whereas they don't like overpower too often and like completely like just destroy everything in their path. But it's always like, you're always at a disadvantage when you fight one of those guys. You see him once or twice a game easily, just automatically, whether the guy's doing good or bad, they're going to get it once or twice a game. It's a leveling tool, it's kind of, let me put it this way, it's kind of like the blue shell in like Mario Kart, where the guy's in last and he throws like the blue shell and he knocks out the guy in first. That's what I feel like the specialists are, It's kind of like, it's the equivalent of like when you're in 8th in Mario Kart and they give you like the lightning bolt and you're like, here you go, you have a chance to get back in the game. And it's cool, but it's not what I want in Call of Duty. I don't need that kind of. To me, it's a much fairer experience to just shoot mano y mano. And if you're good, you're good. And if you're not good, you're not good. And that's not really good to say. And that's not really fun. And that doesn't really attract the masses. And that doesn't really. You want to keep people involved and give them cool little like abilities and stuff. And I understand why they're here, but I like to get you a Peter too. To me, Barebones playlist is the playlist I'm playing a lot and that I want to see a lot, and it's got me a little bit back hyped into multiplayer, where I was still like working through some camos and stuff. I think I got like gold camo at the beginning of this game, And I will be playing Barebones a lot, man. It's pretty tight, man. It's fast paced too. I feel people kind of like, you know, not really. They're playing it like we used to play, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially in a map like Summit, we'd all be running around like crazy, and that's kind of what you saw in this game. Everybody was kind of running around crazy, popping each other, and moving. And then thankfully, I had like a positive over here outlook, and I've had some of my best games in the Barebones playlist, which has been kind of surprising to me, honestly, man. So let me know what you guys think, man, about the Barebones playlist. I think it's a good addition. I would like to see it as kind of a third tier multiplayer, but that ain't never gonna happen.